Good morning guys, how are we doing? It is 7 in the morning. I'm going to be heading off. This is day 41. We've got about 12 miles of relatively flat walking. The plan is to do 25 miles a day. I'd like to get to the shelter about 5:36, so it just gives me enough time to rest and recover. But let's just go and play things by ear. Let's go check out the first 12 miles and see what they're like. I don't know if you can see, but basically there are just flies everywhere. And I'm going to try and show you the dead baby mouse, which is probably not that nice to view, but oh well, you can see why I chose to sleep in the tent. Okay, this is no longer here, but basically I was sat on this step and something, well, a baby mouse fell from here and was just there, and I was just like, oh, this is rancid, I don't want to stay here. So right, let's leave the shelter and get back onto the AT. Up these nice little set of stairs, past the bear box. I love bear boxes, makes life so much easier when you don't have to hang a bear bag. Right, let's go, let's go. Because this ground is relatively flat, I thought I'd just tell you a little bit about what I think about during the day, because loads of people sort of ask me, it's like, oh, you know, are you not lonely? What are you thinking? Da, da, da. So generally in the morning, what I try and do is, you've obviously seen I listen to podcasts and I listen to music when I need to, but one of my rules is no podcast, no music before 12 o'clock, unless there's like a massive mountain and I need something just to completely distract me. So in the morning before 12, that's when I take the time to reflect on the day before, what went well, what did I learn, what challenges did I overcome, what were the highlights, what could I do better, what could I improve on. I also have a think about, you know, what I'm grateful for. Like, I start going through, you know, the gratitude in my life, whether it's family, friends, the life I'm living, and you know, that's actually really wonderful. And sometimes I just think, God, I'm so lucky to be doing what I'm doing. I'm so privileged to be out here on the AT, and yes, it's not all easy and there are challenging moments, but 9 times out of 10, you know, this was a decision I made last November. It's something I didn't know how I was going to make it happen, and then suddenly I'm 40 odd days into my hike. I've passed like 750 odd miles. It's just incredibly strange. I also think about the future, not too much, but just about future plans. You know, meeting up with my sister and my mum in Boston, having a wonderful couple of days, starting university again, and just been really excited about doing my masters. I'm also thinking a lot about Tough Girl Challenges, how I can grow it, how I can develop it, how I can really add value to the tribe, to the listeners. I think a lot about the team, this incredible team of people who I have behind me supporting me in this, you know, volunteer capacity, you know, Flynn editing videos. I've got a whole team of women who are helping me out with Instagram, with Facebook, with with just everything, you know, from the website, making sure everything's linked up. And I just realised like how lucky I am to have these people in my life giving up their time. And I'm thinking, you know, how can I value to them? I think about, what else do I think about? I don't know, it just sort of, I think a lot as well, I suppose, about relationships in my life, decisions I've made where I suppose I failed, and I think, well, what did I learn from that experience? How can I move forward? How can I improve on it? And actually sometimes you do have these like random thoughts, and they can just, and you just sort of let them flow, and you just let them see where it takes you. And if you think about, you know, you have 4 or 5 hours every morning to think about this, you know, you're going to end up having like well over 100 hours of just really good quality thinking time. And sometimes we just don't allow ourselves that. And that's not to say I'm going to find out all the answers as I go on my hike, and I'm probably not, but it's certainly putting me in a really strong position to really know myself, know what I want, and just look back and think, okay, what have I learned so far, and how can I take that forward, and how can I, you know, live the best life possible according to my values and beliefs, and what I want to achieve, and how I want to, and just how I want to live, really. Anyway, I'm getting a bit wishy-washy, but hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea about what I think about, which is everything and nothing. But this is one of the reasons for for coming on a long distance hike, for doing a through hike of over 2,000 miles, is to have this quality time. And this guys is quality time. Like, it's just incredible being out here. So thank you for watching the vlog. Let's carry on walking. Hey, we've got a little bit of a viewing platform. It's getting a little bit windy, so I'm not sure what we're going to be able to see. Oh my goodness. Been walking for just about 5 miles and I'm now entering the James River Face Wilderness, which is looking like that. Just climbed up the first mini hill, which is 1.2 miles up, and I'm now just on the descent, which is about a mile down, and there should be a spring at the bottom, which I'm hoping isn't dry. So yeah, let's go downhill. So, woo, beautiful. So this sign actually says spring 300 feet. So, oh, beautiful walk down, very nicely graded pathways. So let's go top up my water before the next stretch. So I've done about 7 miles now, which is great. So 18 miles to go. So we're now heading down to James River. There's meant to be a really nice bridge there, although I think it's prohibited to jump off it. So I'm hoping that'll be a nice spot to have a little bite of lunch. Maybe there'll be some other people there having lunch as well, who might be cooking burgers or hot dogs and maybe give me a little bit of trail magic. That could be fun. Woo, let's keep our fingers crossed. Hey, so I don't know if you can see the shelter just in the background. I've got a stream down here. So that was a 1.9 mile descent over very rocky ground. This is where I think I'm just going to stop and have my lunch, refill my water, and then there is another descent to this James Bridge, and then after that it's all uphill. So yeah, let's get some water, let's get some shelter and sort myself out. I have been dreaming about the most random lunch ever. I can't stop thinking about tuna and these Ritz crackers with peanut butter, and I think they're gonna make the weirdest combination, but I'm gonna have it anyway. By the way, I got to the shelter at like about 12:25, so, and I've also just been bitten under my chin right there. Right, let's have lunch. Hey guys, just made it to the James River footbridge. Let me show you. There it is. And this was dedicated to the memory of William T. Foote, who was a through hiker. Him and his wife Laurie, the Happy Feet, were the first to complete the Coast to Coast American Discovery Trail in 1997. Very, very cool. We got some love on the bridge. This is where we're going. Whoop. Just walked all the way up here. Switchback after switchback after switchback. It's possibly one of the hottest days I think there's been. I'm just like dripping in sweat, and then I'm gonna be carrying up here and then up and around, and then hopefully get to the top because I am melting. This is brutal. Got to the top of Buff Mountain. The views are insane. But I've been out of water for like the past 3 miles. I'm so thirsty. It's about another mile to get to the shelter. I just really want to get there and get some water. I've possibly drunk about like 6 litres of water today. It's just been so hot, and like my top is soaked. I'm just dripping in sweat. But oh man, you could just sit here and just look at the view for hours, but not at this moment in time. Still haven't got there, But this reminds me of a woman I interviewed for a podcast called Nikki Kimball, absolutely phenomenal ultra runner. And one of the things I remember her talking about was, you know, when you're in pain, when things are tough, don't slow down. That's when you speed up, because the pain is going to be there anyway. So do you want to get pain to be prolonged, or do you want to get it over and done with? So that's when you need to like suck it up and just keep on moving forward. Great episode to listen to on the podcast if you haven't listened to it already. So I'm gonna take a deep breath, re-energize, and just really bash out this next. It's got to be less than half a mile. Fingers crossed. Come on. Yes, yes, yes. It's the shelter sign. Got a fly in my eye. Ugh. Welcome to the Punchbowl shelter. Okay, right. First things first, water. So I got to campsite at 7 o'clock, filled up my water, drank a shed load of water, walked 25 miles, 25.1 miles, something like that. Really pleased. Last 6 miles were like uphill with no water, really, really tough going, but very pleased with how the day went. So I started walking at 7 in the morning, got here at 7 o'clock at night, but then to be honest, I was just exhausted, didn't have time to brush my teeth. I set my tent up just because the flies were just horrendous. I ate some food really, really quickly, hung my bear bag, just got into tent, didn't brush my teeth, got into bed and tried to fall asleep, but then the birds were just going crazy, so I haven't really slept that well, but it is what it is. So thank you again for watching the vlog. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, all the links are down below. If you want to become a patron, if you want to support my hike, you can buy me a burger, you can buy me an ice cream, you can buy me a drink. There is a donate now button below, or you can become a regular patron where you donate $2 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month to help support Tough Girl Challenges. Alright, take care and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Alright, lots of love, bye.